Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
We are jamming on how to make more money in your business with less effort.
Less effort. This
Less
is incredible because I think we all want that, right? We want to be sipping that Mai Tai out on the beach.
Laptop lifestyle, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I always question about that because it's like, if things are that good, I don't know if I want to bring the laptop to the beach. I think I would like to be, I'd have better
At the
boundaries.
beach, just be at the beach.
Yeah. So let's get into this. I want to jam on this. So this is how to make more with less effort. So one of the ways that we can pull in more revenue into our business, Melissa, what is the first tip?
So the first thing is getting more clients. And this is what a lot of people just their go-to is what they think is they have to get more clients. And yes, getting more clients in your business is an awesome thing. It allows you to serve an even bigger audience. And we're also going to jam on some other ways, again, to have less effort. Because if you stay in that more client mood over time, you're going to burn out.
Yeah. And this is where we see most of the people is they're out there, they're working, they're hustling, they're grinding, they're doing all the things just for that one transaction, right? So what happens? They're going out, they're working hard, and wow, they finally have a buyer. They have some, they could be selling a course, a membership, they could be, selling into any type of product or service. But then once that person consumes it, then it's like, poof, gone. Now what do they have to do to get the next sale? They had to go out and they get to create a whole nother client all over again. Like, how sustainable is that, right? Because we would live or breathe. That's where the peaks and valleys come from.
Absolutely.
Because depending on that last promotion you did, and that I have to say, that's where we see a lot of people on our social media feeds. It always seems like they're in a position like, oh, buy my thing today. Oh, buy it this weekend. Oh, I got another sale. Oh, because what are they trying to do? They're trying to create that new client every single time. Now, that's definitely something we need to have. We need to have a constant stream of clients in, but there's other ways of making more revenue with less effort.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the second way, and this is an area that we love to spend time in, is spending more per transaction. So what does that mean? It does take a lot of effort to get that client in, and that's often the hardest lift. But then once you get that client in your world, then it's up to us to give them more opportunities for them to work with us. So have more than one transaction. This is where you could add on things to your current programs and offerings to give them different opportunities to work with you. And again, it's going to give them an even better transformation because they're going to work with you in different ways. You're going to help them solve different pain points, different challenges that they have. And in the long run for you, they're spending more with more transactions. So it's bringing more into your business.
Yeah. So think about that. The average ticket. So the average ticket value, like raising that up. So instead of looking at that one transaction, and we see this in like fast food, like, oh, supersize it, right? And then we see it in like our restaurant lives, like, we'll go out and the server will be like, hey, and while you're looking at the menu, let me start you off with some drinks. And then sometimes they might suggest a drink by name brand, right? So what's that brand do? That brings their average value of that ticket up. And then while you're making that order and they bring it back, like, oh, what would you like to start with? What appetizer? And it's like, you just came in for that main meal, but suddenly now you have a drink, now you have an appetizer. And then by the end, you're doing an after dinner drink or you're doing a coffee or something or you're having a dessert. So when they bundle all that together, again, it was that one, that was one visit that you came in, but the average ticket value was much higher. And we see this in a lot of spaces. Geez, just saw this recently at the dentist. I think Melissa might own, you guys know that we talk about in other episodes that we tried that Quip membership before, the electric, but now Melissa owns like a $200 toothbrush, and it's like, and how did she get it? Because when we were at the dentist, just doing a normal checkup, guess what they did? They upsold Melissa.
For the toothbrush. So good for them. Good job there.
Yeah. So that brought the average value up, and a lot of us are just missing that opportunity. But you know what? So there's more clients, like we can bring more people in the door, and that's what we're going to do as a business owner. We're going to drive more business in. But again, that's how sustainable it is. Like if you're always in that 11th hour sale and trying to pull people in, we need to get that average ticket up. That's the second way, getting that average ticket up. Because then again, if you think about it, when you have people paying more per time that they visit or transaction that they have, what happens is you're making more money with less clients, right? So that is very, very important. Now, there might be a third way that we can, bring in more revenue.
Yes, there is a third way. And this is a really awesome part of the business too that we have and incorporate in all of the programs that we have is having your people come back more often, having repeat customers. So this is a way, having them coming back more often, a more recurring revenue coming into your business. And again, it allows you to serve your audience and your customers at a higher level. They're coming back more often. So there's more transactions. They're coming more frequent. So again, it's adding to your business as well.
Yeah. So I can think about, like, we have a good friend, Ernesto, that does detailing and very loyal. So over the years, he comes in and details our cars. And then what ends up happening is it's been close to a decade. Like, he comes back over and over again and does a car because he does an incredible job, right? So the lifetime value is him coming back. He didn't have to recreate us as a client. Like, the value of us over the long haul is incredible. Now, on a different end, on the day-to-day, though, we might not detail the car. The car wash, if you think about it, like, are we just going to go there once? No, we're going to go there over and over again. And what's really interesting, though, is when we start to notice all the car washes in our area, they have flipped over because they know this. They flipped over, instead of like waiting for your car to be dirty type thing, they flipped over into a membership model where for a lower monthly fee. So here's the interesting thing. So for like one or sometimes like 1 to 2 car washes, underneath, like in between that number, you get unlimited for the entire month. It's like, oh my gosh, this is such a no-brainer, right? But what do they know? They know that we're probably not going to be there, 2-3 times a month. And they also know is like, oh, the mass majority of people that will take this offer, they're going to net more money because why? Our higher lifetime value. Like, we're spending more money per transaction. We're going right to the top, right? And I'm wondering if there's other people and other things in our world that do memberships just like this.
Yeah, memberships are everywhere. And we love to talk about memberships because we've seen how much it's transformed people's lives. So, and again, we've shared things in our own world, but just people that we know and how they take what they do and turn it into a membership. It's really awesome to see the transformation that they provide for their people. So one person I could think of right off the top of my head is Noelle. She is actually part of our inner circle. And she has a membership that focuses on daycare providers and providing them business tips and how to run daycare centers all over the world.
Yeah. So if you think about it, for that market, right, there's a lot of struggles. A lot of things have changed over the last several years in that world. And a lot of people struggle that actually have those type of businesses. And on her end, you could put a course out into the marketplace, right? And then what happens? You have to go out. There's only so many preschool daycare providers out there. So if they consume your course once, like, they're one and done, right? They're going to be moving on. But if you have coaching, support, ongoing training, things that are relevant, evolving all the time, like, she has an incredible, perfect opportunity to have a membership model that for her people that are tuned in, they're like part of a community, they have similar messaging, and they're now becoming more profitable as daycare owners. That's such an incredible opportunity for them. We might have a couple other industries that we can speak into.
We do. Because again, memberships come in all forms and shapes and sizes. So another person that I could think of is April, who is also another Inner Circle member. So April has a program for Pilates, but it's very specific because it's Pilates for mature bodies, which I think is just the coolest thing.
That is cool sounding.
These are women that are in a different season of their life. So she focuses on their movement and giving them programs that they can incorporate more of these Pilates moves so that they can have really, healthy lives and create more movement and function into their lives using Pilates. And she has this as a membership model as well to really serve these members too.
Yeah. And what's great about hers, it's a hybrid. So it's online as well as in her local community. Yes. She has a location, and she's made this a hybrid model so that she's able to have them come in physically, and it's also online. And there's a blend in between as well. That's really cool.
It's really cool. And then another person that I could think of too, totally different, Eleanor and Andrew, who are Inner Circle members, and they teach surfing, which is the coolest thing. They travel the world. They teach surfing to beginners, intermediates, people and with surf skills. It's the coolest thing, and they have a membership for it.
Yeah, and it's really awesome. Like, they launched a course called Surfing for Everybody. So it's not just a fit person, but like everybody.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, so they have that as a lead in. The people come into the world. They have an incredible like social media following. It's really fun because they travel the world and surf incredible locations. But they also do retreats. So they had from one end over here, like these courses and small offers. And then over here, they had their retreats. And it was like the middle piece. There was something that was missing in the middle to get the right people prepared and in tune to be ready to go on those retreats that are all, I think they're in the Maldives recently.
Yeah.
Like, Well, it's so much fun.
I love watching their travels, but it's the coolest thing. And we've shared just a couple of memberships. I mean, we're just scratching the surface here, but as you can see, memberships are everywhere, serve all different types of people. It's just a way of how can you incorporate a membership into your life, into your business that's going to serve your people even at a higher level, give them touch points, give them support. And there's lots of creative ways to do that.
Yeah. And again, memberships is one of those things that just feeds in what we're talking about here today. And that's how to make more revenue, bring more revenue into your business so you have more sustainability with less effort. So if you think about it, that taps into the lifetime value of a client, because again, that recurring income that comes in, that's the average sale is higher. That again, people coming back in a virtual way, in a way, because they have that membership that's happening. The average price point potentially can be higher because of what you're offering. And then you don't have to attract as many people. You don't need these big, huge social media followings. Like you can actually serve less people, make more money, and have a bigger impact. This is so incredible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Less effort, bigger impact.
So, Melissa, do we have something? Because not everybody knows that their business is like aligned for a membership. Like they're just like struggling. Like, is a membership really right for me? Do we have anything for them?
Of course we do. We do. So we have a guide to really help you determine if your niche is a good fit for a membership. So make sure you go into the show notes, download that guide. It'll help walk you through it. As we shared here, we have lots of niches, just examples of a couple different niches. So you'll get a chance to check it out and see if it's right for you. So go to the show notes and you can download that and start doing some research.
Yeah. So jump in on that. I tell you, because again, recurring income, having not those peaks and valleys in your world, in your life, because that'll just bring so much less stress to yourself. You'll be able to serve and show up for your people even better. Looking, and hopefully today's episode, opening your mind up to these new and different opportunities for you so you can bring more clients in, but not get burned out. You can have a higher ticket value again, and then also that recurring, getting the transactions to come over and over again.
Love it. Love it. So this was an amazing episode as always. So please, if you love what you heard here, make sure you subscribe to the show, share it with a friend. We are jamming here all the time about online marketing. We love to talk about this. So share it with a friend and make sure you just subscribe to the show.
Yeah. And until we talk again, remember, marketing matters. Thanks for listening to the Online Marketing Podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our show for free strategies and tips to market and sell your offers.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.